So I took the word list results and made a list of my class based on what level they placed on per the word list. It gives me an understanding of what book to pull when I get to the F&P kit. And I can also jot down notes of which kids I need to move up and down, or if I found a level that works for them. We'll come back to that in a little bit. So I'm going to start with level L today, and I'm going to pull the book from level L. So I go here based on the word list, pull my level L book out. I'm doing fiction first for all my kids just so I can keep track. And then I have the student summary form. And I'm going to write the title of the book. It's from System 1. It's a fiction book, and it's level L. So that I'm ready to begin. Here at the bottom, just a reminder, it tells you how many total words are in the book, and then it tells you how many errors they can get to before that book is too hard. So if I'm doing my running record and they get to 15 in this particular book, I'm going to just stop the test, and I know I need to move down at that point. Okay. Thomas, will you come read for me, please? I have my assessment in the sleeves. Hey, bud. How are you? Ready? Okay. You are going to get to read this story for me today. It's called Dog Stories. And I'm going to reference only the introduction of the book. No more, no less. You read it just like a script. Okay, so April was reading a book about a dog who rescued a man. She decided to write a letter to her favorite author, Julia Reed. She wanted the author to write a book about her dog, Golden Boy. Read to find out what happened. So I'm going to have you read out loud for me, and I'm going to just be making teacher notes. You don't even need to worry about what I'm doing. Okay? Whoops. Let me get my... And I'm doing the timer. That's not necessarily required because we're not doing reading rate, but I just want to see how long it's taking each kid. So I just use my stopwatch on my cell phone. Okay, bud, whenever you're ready.
April Bailey was reading to her dog, Golden Boy. Her voice got more excited as she read the last few lines. Roxy to the Rescue is the best book ever. April told the Golden Boy April was always having big ideas, and she had one right then and there. I'm going to write a letter to Julie Reed to tell her how much I love this book. April said. Who's Julie? Reed, her brother Scott asked. She's my favorite author. April said all of her books are about dogs, right, Golden Boy? April finished her letter and read it out loud. Golden Boy turned his head. He seemed to be listening. Dear Miss Reed, Roxy to the Rescue is your best book yet. I have a lab named Golden Boy. He's super smart and he is a super sniffer. Please would you write about Golden Boy next? He would be a wonderful dog hero. Your biggest fan, April Bailey. April put a photograph of Golden Boy in the envelope along with her letter. Hey, don't get your hoops up. She may get a million letters a day. I just know Julie Grant will answer me. April said she's a dog lover, just like me. She stuck a stamp on the envelope. It was a dog stamp, of course. Find your leash, boy. April told her dog, let's go mail this letter for the boy. Put his nose to the floor sniffing. Then he dove behind a chair. When he came back out, the missing leash was dangling from his mouth. That's my super sniffer, April said.
Okay, you can stop right there. Okay, I'm gonna have you take the rest of the book and go sit over here on the United States map and you can read the rest of it, okay? And then come back when you're done, we're gonna talk about what happened in the story. Okay. So now I'm gonna go back and grade his running record. Just a reminder that the first time they say a name incorrectly, it's wrong. Anytime after that, it's not counted as wrong. It's not counted as a mistake, but I go ahead and annotate it so that I can know how they're approaching the word. So the first time he got Julia wrong, he said Julie, so that's a mistake. The first time he said red, so that's a mistake. So that's a total of 2. 0 self-corrects. Turn it over. He said read instead of, so that's an error. He omitted November 8th. He didn't say that, so that's 2 errors, 1 for each. So that's a total of 3 on this side. He said hoops instead of hopes. Okay, so here again, he said Julia read incorrectly, but I don't count it as a mistake because he's already missed that. Here he started out saying do, then he repeated it and self-corrected it, so I just count it as a self-correct. So that's 1 mistake, 1 self-correct. 2, 3, and 1 is 6, and 1 self-correct. USA, go back to your table when you're done. I told you that. Okay, so he made a total of 6 errors. So I turn it over on the reporting form. I find 6, means he had 98% accuracy. Okay, fluency. I would probably give him a 2. Means he reads primarily in phrases. It's pretty smooth. There's expression used. He's stopping at punctuation. He's just using the rubric. And I take that to the summary form. He has 98% accuracy. Okay, he got a 2 on fluency. And then he's going to come back in just a minute and do the comprehension part. So I'm going to be looking, he's at 98% accuracy on this. This part is your best friend. This is how we figure out whether it's the hard level, the instructional level, or the independent level. And we have to find at least the instructional and independent level for each child. So he has a 98% accuracy, so I'm going to look in this category depending on how he does comprehension-wise. This is either going to be his independent or instructional level unless he just totally bombs the comprehension piece. So in just a moment when he comes back, we'll do the comprehension part. But as they're reading to themselves, I'm grading this part so that I can keep it track. It'll probably be a few days for you until we get to you. Just a reminder too, the coding sheet was given to you at PD last week. If you're wondering what to account as a incorrect or a self-correct, those are on there too. Good to keep handy. Are you done? Awesome. Let me let her through real quick. Thank you. Manuel, why don't you put your legs under your chair and your booty at the back? Scoot up so there's space, okay? Oh, another group. Okay, I'll start it when I'm finished with Thomas. Okay? Yes, I know. I'm going to start after I finish with Thomas. Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead. Tell me what happened in the story.
Happened in the story that she wanted golden boy in the story, and she wanted to read about the book of his dog in it.
Can you answer that, listen?
Then that the girl made an autograph. And she made millions of words in each day, and she will always have ideas to get to read about the golden boy in the book.
Okay. What happens at the end of the story?
What happens in the story that
The end of the story.
the end of the story, that the golden boy was actually not in the story. Not in the story.
Okay.
And he wished that he was in the story, but he was actually not in the story.
Okay. Can you tell me more about that?
More about that, that she actually wanted golden boy to be super sniffer. And that she will always play with him and rescue.
Okay. All right. Tell me what you learned about April. What does she like to do?
She liked to do, April liked to play with golden boy,
Okay.
and
What else?
she liked to read.
Okay. Why did April want her favorite author to write a story about Golden Boy?
Because it's her favorite author,
Okay.
and April will read books of the author.
Okay. Okay, this book had different kinds of writing in it, didn't it? What were the different kinds of writing?
The different kinds of writing is that some words were in the book,
Okay.
and she was reading it to Golden Boy.
Okay. Were there other kinds of writing?
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about that?
Then at the end, she was reading something to Golden Boy.
Okay.
That Golden Boy wanted to be in the story.
Okay. Do you think what happened in dog stories could happen, or could really happen? Why? Or why not?
Why not?
Do you think what happens in the story could happen in real life? Why?
Because dogs can be in stories
Okay.
and people can read about dogs stories, dog stories.
Okay. All right. I'm going to send you back to your table for just a second while I add up your scores and change the listening center, and then I'm going to have you come back and read for me again, okay? All right. Thanks, bud. Okay, so now I'm going to score the comprehension conversation. There's 3 different parts. Each part gets a score, and then we add it up. You can tell that he had very limited understanding. The rubric's right here, so just follow the guidelines within the rubric. I check off which prompts I use just for my understanding. Not very much in the beyond text either. And then this part, I would say 0. So then you add these up. 1, 2 out of 9. Okay, it reminds you here there was not additional understanding, so his comprehension score is 2 out of 10. I come back to this form. His comprehension is a 2. So then I look down here. His accuracy was 98%. So I'm looking in this bracket. His comprehension score was a 2. So this is his hard level. The score is right here. So this is his hard level. So the comprehension piece really matters when it comes to scoring it. They can have great accuracy, which he did, but he's not comprehending what he's reading. So this is his hard level. So I'll need to test him possibly 2 to 3 more times to figure out what his independent and instructional levels are on different books. So since the L was too hard, the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to a K. And I'll pull the K book and we'll do another test to see if that's more comfortable for his independent instructional level. Thank you.